other thing. I'm gonna do it now. All right, back in place. Yeah. Day 8, streaming every day. I haven't missed a single day. We're still on track. Today was excuse me. Today was stressful. Not for normal reasons. It was stressful because of like when something is frustrating, you know, like when you spend time kind of. Christmas shopping is a pain in the butt, and Christmas and Hanukkah shopping is also tough. So there's that. I think that's all that needs to be said. I mean, you save. I think everybody's kind of talking about this. Is something I've been hearing is that the Cyber Monday, Black Friday deals were just kind of disappointing this time around, and I felt that. Feels like I gotta spend a lot of money to save money, and I don't. And then I end up losing money because I'm spending a lot of money. I can't do that. Oh, I got 31 followers. Come on, give me a break. Anyways, I did also, the one kind of shining light in my day is I found a new podcast that I really like, which is, I'm going to highly recommend this one. It is the Cartelian Clamor by Stockholm Cartel. They are a tabletop RPG games discussion podcast, and they've got some pretty cool names behind them, and it's kind of nice and relaxing. They're like some real, I guess, kind of like academic speak about game design and running games and prep by people who do it as just a way of life. So it's kind of interesting to get that take on things outside of the D&D realm of like, I think now that maybe a tenth of all podcasts are D&D. So it's nice to find something like that. But anyways, I was listening to that, and then I got to thinking about dungeon map design, and I thought about how I've done some, but I don't feel great about them for the current thing that I'm up to. So I just really, my music is really loud. I'm gonna turn that down. I want to turn it back up when we start up because I'm gonna go back to shut up mode whenever we get going. But yeah, no, I really want to get back into the practice of that and kind of getting into it. So I have some. I've zoomed in my camera today. I have my grid paper out. I draw out very small, so I hope it still looks good. And I'm not playing a full movie in the background now. Now I'm playing just like clips from just old-timey black and white horror movies, which is pretty fun too. It fits the vibe. It's a little wilder though because they're really short clips. But anyways, I'm gonna start up that in just a second. Yep. Okay. Got text. You know how it is. Come on, camera. Still be working. Yeah, I think I've totally figured out the GoPro issue. Yeah, the background's a little bit more hectic today. I like it. This is iced coffee. I made a bunch of it, now I'm drinking a lot of it, and it's pretty late. So as opposed to being sleepy whenever I do this, I'll be awake. And yes, I'm one of those people that can drink coffee before bed and still go to bed. So All right, I am gonna focus down on the map. So just a brief introduction to the things I'm gonna be doing as far as like my map goals here is I am putting together a dungeon map battle map combo based on the 5 rooms model, where basically you have an outside area, a first room, and well, there's a flow to it. So I don't know if you know, this is all as a result of listening to the podcast today. I was like, oh man, and I was like, I'm gonna design around that. So it's gonna be start with a guardian, move to a puzzle. Not sure how I'm gonna get that one done because of the themes of this particular dungeon. Actually, no, I've got that. So guardian, puzzle, and then you have a trap. I've already forgotten the 5 rooms format. I'm gonna quickly reference it. Let's see. Here it is, 5-room dungeon. It is entrance, puzzle, or role-playing challenge. There you go. A trick or setback, that's a trap. Oh, okay. That's why it was kind of confusing to me. Alright. So the next one is boss, which is great because lately I've been designing... This kind of format completely threw me off because I am used to doing like dungeons that are a little bit more involved and have more combat encounters kind of in the interior, but the 5-room dungeon kind of made more sense to me. And of course 5-room is just a starting point. I like that as a starting point, and then add some extra rooms that are like essentially like kind of like side off lore rooms, and then or nothing rooms. So a good place to kind of rest in between battles. Not every room has to be something. So trying to go with that format, and then Jacques is the dungeon, so that we have like little secrets and stuff hidden in there, and it's not super straightforward, and it has, you know, multiple entrances and exits and side passages that can all be utilized. So we're going to be using that format. So guardian, puzzle, trap, boss, and then loot or twist. So and this isn't the only dungeon I have to play. So this is going to be basically a vault style dungeon. So that's one way in, one way out. Of course, we're going to play with that concept a little bit. And I have story points and plots already kind of laid down to allow for that sort of dungeon. So today we have to put together a vault. Also, maybe on the same page, maybe on a different page. Actually, let's do this over here. A little to-do list for drawing, and we'll be kind of laying out a plan here. So we're doing a vault style. We're gonna follow that up with a I'm gonna do a prison. These are just the themes. This is where I start. vaults, prison, and then the last puzzle I need is or not puzzle, but dungeon type that I need is I'm just gonna call it a sanctum. So it's gonna be more of a battle map, different from a dungeon map. I spelled that super wrong. Got the N back in there. That's all bad. Sanctum. Alright. So Sanctum will have more points of entry. It's going to be more vertical. Verticality in this one. Prison is also... They're all going to have verticality, though. Okay, well... Anyways, it's enough talk. Let's get to it. Turn off the mic. You can pop in the chat. I'll respond to chat. Yeah. people holiday communicates. Never seen it. I'm gonna again shout out Kuwait yesterday. Just the first follower in a while, so it feels good. Thank you. These maps look really small because I work generally pretty small, and then I scan these into my computer and I blow them up, and then I match them to grids more precisely, and that's how I will sort of do things. But Hey, I'm popping back in to say a few words. I'm actually going to tidy up tonight. I know that there's some pieces to this that I haven't really finished, but I have a general idea. I think the thing I kind of like gleaned from listening to some different people and kind of looking through, doing some research today on dungeon design. So one really interesting thing I came up with is this whole time I've been kind of handing a map to my players and being like, there's a map, or showing them a map and revealing it as time goes on. And I mean, that's kind of a pleasure. That's kind of a nice thing to do for the players, but I also am kind of turned on to this idea of the players keeping a map that they make and track and keep along, and any maps that are provided to them, they can have a map provided, so they have to find the map if they want to get a map to move through the space. Other than that, they're kind of guessing on their own. So I don't know, the idea of like having a map and revealing it as time goes on is I sort of got I'm kind of turned off to that. So this like whole use of Roll20 is I mean, Roll20 is great as a tool, but I really feel that I can set up Roll20 to be a space where people can draw within it, like give players the autonomy to do that, and then have a prepared map ready. So if they find let's say they find a map of the dungeon, let's say I'm using dungeon as just the kind of term here, obviously, but like they can find that and I can turn on that map and bring them to it so they can see it and they can kind of move their own players about within that space. And then in the instance that they reach the last area, I can say, okay, well now you've reached the boss room, and I completely changed how I approach running sessions on like a map-based basis. I mean, I've been running games for a long time, and I just never really got this insight. So it was it's good. I'm looking forward to playing around with those ideas. I have to send a message out to all the players. We meet weekly, so I'm a weekly DM. Every week I play a game. But here around the holidays, who knows? So, I might have more time to flesh these out, and then in that case, then you'll see some more map making, probably on a more refined level, coming up. I'll probably turn on my tablet, and we'll do some digital art for the first time in a long time, or for the first time on this series on the stream. So something to look forward to. Again, I'm still going to be here tomorrow. I got a busy day tomorrow, but I essentially front load my week on Monday so that I did like 10 hours of work today, so that tomorrow I might be able to slip out early, and then I can I'll probably do at least this last map here, the Queen's Lair. I'm gonna flesh out that a little bit tomorrow, probably on the stream before, and that might be some digital map making, or I might just I might just put a piece of tracing paper over this, or blow it up and print it out, and then do some sketching, and I'll just do some handmade maps that I'll essentially take a photo of with my phone and then upload into Roll20 for my players. So it's kind of quick and dirty maps, but these feel good. The other map I was gonna make, which was the Sanctum, I don't think that's gonna come into play, and it's such a simple concept I have. After I started drawing the Omnis Domum, which is my prison type map, that one, I realized that all I need to know is the essential parts so I can explain it and keep track of it. So the Sanctum that I had in mind is very similar to that. Like, it's so simple. I don't think I need a map for it. it has more verticality to it. So what I might do is like a front, like kind of like a cross section view. If you can imagine like a dollhouse view of a map, I might do like a dollhouse style map for that. And if I have time, I'll do that tomorrow, because I'll have at least an hour or an hour and a half or so of time to play with before my game, where I can actually stream something and show you what I'm doing, because I'll be doing sketching, and the rest of it's going to be have all the writing pretty much set in stone. I mean, there are a few plot holes that my players almost stumbled into that I'm probably going to fill with some, just call it a good old plot hole filler. Oh goodness. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to add. I'm tired. I just drank a ton of coffee, but like this late in the day doesn't do nothing for me. All right, hey, it's 11 o'clock my time, so I am kicking off. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and follow the channel, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. It really is super just encouraging. And of course, it helps the stream get me to that next level and improves visibility. I think streaming every day improves visibility or will over time, but I'm certainly making me a better artist and making me a bit more organized as a person. So, you know what? Followers or not, I'm getting better, and that's the whole point. So, yeah. Thanks for watching if you watch later. Thanks for lurking if you're lurking. And I'll be here tomorrow. And it's going to be an early one. So expect me to come on around 3:30, 4 o'clock. 5 at the very latest. But no, I'm thinking 3 or 4 to maximize my time. I'll probably pre-set up the stream on my lunch break just to get things smooth and rolling. Should probably get in the habit of doing that anyways. But yeah, I could talk about how great it's been getting my cameras to work well, and how great it's been finding like actual playlists I can rely on. And but we'll just do a weekly recap maybe when I hit 14 days, which will be next Sunday. Anyways, it's been real. All right, good night. Does this even work? Oh, weird. No, that doesn't work. So I am playing around.